Hey everybody, this is Al. Williams for Real here, presenting with the link agency of I Got Something to Say. So let's get right on into it.
For real here, and as you know, I got something to say. You might like it, you might love it, you might even hate it, but anything you stand by the end. So just comment below. If you don't know me already, I'm Al. Williams for Real here.
As we do every other Thursday, before we get into Black Ticks, I just want to say thank you guys for voting on the hot topics that we're going to talk about, which create Black culture and politics, and we create Black Ticks. I appreciate your voting. If you want to be a part of the I Got Something to Say experience, it's very easy. Go to our personal Instagram, which is al.williams for real, or to the link agency page, and you can actually vote on the hot topics you want to see on the show. Or you can subscribe to something like our YouTube channel, where you can actually see all of our shows that post at 12 a.m. So you don't have to wait till 11 a.m. Central like our Instagram. And if you want to follow us on our Facebook channel, we appreciate it. Just like our Facebook channel, and we appreciate that because we'll like you back. Anyway, we'll see you on Black Ticks. Let's
Black
go.
Ticks, the activity associated with the governance of African American lives and or when our culture is entangled in political propaganda with a negative
Welcome to
outcome.
Black Ticks. How was your Labor Day? Like, what did you do? Did you have fun like I did? Because, I mean, do you remember before COVID where you can go out and do like the picnics and you can go out and have a little fun with your family all night long, and then you come home and eat that leftover hamburgers and hot dogs? Well, speaking of hot dogs, did you hear that you can die 36 minutes early from eating a hot dog? Do you remember doing this? Like eating hot dog after hot dog because it was leftovers, and 36 minutes per hot dog. How many hot dogs did you eat for Labor Day? Speaking of Do You Remember, let's keep going to the Do You Remember because we love that game, right? And I have a new segment, and I can't wait to introduce it to you guys. But back to Do You Remember. Okay, so do you remember where you could retire, or where your parents are enjoying their retirement right now, and the parents before them, which is your grandparents, are enjoying their retirement? Well, did you hear in 2034, retirement is going to be cut down because they can't afford to even pay retirement because of all of the damage that the pandemic has done to our country. I'm so excited to introduce this new segment to you guys. Like, this new segment is going to be great. It's called, drumroll, Sounds About White. Like, I'm going to tell you some stories and they're going to sound about white, right? Let's get into it. So let's play a little game. You know I love those. So we're going to do a Do You Remember and a Sounds About White, and we're going to smash them together and give you a good old story. So with this one, I have a podcast that I co-host with Sharita. Sharita_Edwards is the co-host of Combos with Ree and Al. We have fun over there. We do real hot topics over there. We do real conversations about mental health, relationships, life, everything. So if you're into stuff like that, follow us on all podcasting platforms, or you can follow us on our personal Instagrams, and you can actually see what we're talking about on our podcast. Is worth the listen. Nevertheless, let's get into this game and smash this stuff together and see how you like it. Do you remember this doll? Well, it was called the Cabbage Patch Doll when I was growing up. And you would see those girls cute with their little dresses and carrying their Cabbage Patch Doll back and forth to the classroom, to church, anywhere they can carry their Cabbage Patch Doll. Well, she has returned. And at Salinas High School in Salinas, California, hope I'm saying that school correctly because I really want to get their name right, decided they were going to take Shaniqua to school. That's what they named her. Or what they would call her in closed doors, Shanigga. Yes, how did we find that out? Because they started their own Instagram page to prove that they loved Shanigga and how they would treat her if they had their own black child or friend or woman as they grow to adults. And nevertheless, they were doing derogatory things, from cussing to breaking to running over to just doing everything to sexual activity to that doll. It gets worse. Students actually, staff actually, teachers, employees decided to participate in the process. Now, they having a state board meeting and students actually want to explain themselves. I'm going to just give you a snippet.
Members of a board of high schools that are known for being racist. We here at Salinas High, we instantly think, okay, if I'm a black student, I have to walk a certain way. Or if I'm a Latinx student, I have to portray myself as a certain way so I don't experience prejudice on campus. We need to look at the policies behind how we are treating our students and how we are empowering our students to speak out against racism so that we won't have these situations. Like many students have expressed earlier, there was multiple people involved. There was teachers, there was staff, there was people who were seeing these posts, as well as I do have a list of all the Instagrams of students who follow the Instagram page. I will be happy to email it so all those students can get the proper accountability and proper consequences for their action. I also want to talk about how we are punishing just the students. No, Students learn. Children are sponges. That means we have to talk about parents, mandating the parents to also attend these restorative justice and racial equity trainings as well with their students, leading accountability for the parents, and not allowing money to erase scandals from their school, because we know a lot of these students have wealthy family members that can actually exclude them from their behaviors, that can cover up. We do not want any cover-ups. Enough is enough.
Now, let's get into how it's okay for the staff to not only not get in trouble, but to only suspend a few students. Not expel, not fire, not even reprimand the staff and employees or teachers. Doesn't that sound about white to you?